So yesterday Microsoft announced a technical preview of their new operating system, Windows 10, to the public, and we've got that on a ISO here ready to install. But they said it had the same requirements as Windows 8, and I wanted to see how Windows 10 was going to run on some older hardware, because it said that it was happy to run on a processor that's only a gigahertz, a gigabyte of RAM, and with 16 gigs of hard disk space. So what we're going to try today is running Windows 10 on a Pentium 4. Now the machine we've got to run it on up here is a old IBM ThinkCentre, and it's got a 2.8 gigahertz Pentium 4 HT. So this is going to be a bit of a test to see how Windows 10 does on really old hardware. And we're either going to have success or we're going to fail dramatically, and whatever happens, it's going to be able to show us how Windows 10 does with a bit of legacy stuff. So let's get on with it.
Now, after putting the CD into the ThinkCentre machine, we booted into Windows 7 and got the installer started. It took a lengthy amount of time, and after a couple restarts, and around 52 minutes and 25 seconds, we were on the Windows 8 or Windows 10 desktop. The first noticeable difference is the start menu. They've fixed it, thank God. Well, they haven't really fixed it. I mean, they've made it a lot easier for people who are on desktops. The old start menu was great for those tablet users, but for the people, the vast majority of people who have mice, it was a disaster to use. So really happy they've fixed this, because the live tiles were nice, they look nice, and I think they're very effective. So you can basically just put anything from the start menu or any location for that matter on this big start menu live tile setup, which is really cool. Straight off the bat, I'm going to prove the naysayers that think I might not have installed this thing on a Pentium 4. Read it and weep. It is a Pentium 4 processor. I said 3.8 gigahertz at the start. That's a mistake. It's actually 3.2. But we've got 2 gigs of RAM, which is more than enough, apparently. Now, in terms of changes, noticeably, one of the first things I noticed was control panel is almost eliminated and replaced with PC and settings, which is a much more specific control panel. You'll click categories, they'll take you to all the specifics there, and you can adjust things in a more flat-out simplistic way. There's less drop-down boxes and less toolbars, and things are a lot more graphic, which is good to see for those new users to Windows. Xbox Music comes pre-installed with the system, and I'm not even connected to the internet on this machine, and there's already content coming in by the looks of it, which is really cool to see. I tried starting up a bit of Quake 3 just to test the the old game performance, and Quake 3 had a couple bugs. It was running really slow, as well as it was very dark. That's not the camera, that's actually the game running that dark, which was mysterious at the least. It also comes with some nifty new backgrounds you can install, which all suit the interface a lot more, and as you change the background, the theme of the computer changes, which is cool to see. Straight off the bat, they've updated the autoplay function, and it's a lot less obstructive. It used to pop in front of whatever you're doing to say that you've inserted a removable disk, but now it's just in the corner and it's comfortably notifying you with the same options, but it's doing it in a lot less of a disruptive way, which is a very nice addition. Straight off the bat with Windows Media Player, the playback of a standard definition AVI movie was rough at the least. I was losing frames at times and the video was out of sync. But once I installed VLC, the results were quite different. In the sense that we had no more lost frames and the video was running not 100%, but significantly more smoothly. The only time that I noticed any drop in frame rate was when I was moving up to from full screen to the windowed mode, but it smoothed out once the playback continued a little bit. But even as you can see there, frames were being dropped. And doing a bit of light gaming, playing Counter-Strike. I haven't slowed this down at all. This is the actual frame rate we got with Direct 3D. And this was really quite a slideshow to play. But considering that we didn't install any graphics drivers at all, we're running this in native resolution, I was expecting not that great a performance. But once we popped the game into software mode rather than Direct 3D, we got much better frame rates, and although it looked like a PlayStation 1 game, it ran a lot more smooth. Some of the other applications in the Windows 10 preview, like Skype and a lot of the others, they all needed to be signed into. Even the calendar required a sign in to even just look at it. Oh man, that annoyed me. But one application that did not need to be signed in to access was good old MS Paint. It's good to see they haven't changed this application because it needs no change. It's perfect, and it's been perfect since Windows 95. Now, what do I think about Windows 10 in the preview? Well, apart from the couple bugs, Microsoft has done a great job at cleaning up a lot of the faults of Windows 8 and making Windows 8 a lot more friendly to the mouse and keyboard user, which is really good to see. I wouldn't call it an overhaul like Windows 98 was to XP, but it's certainly a drastic improvement on 8 from a desktop user's perspective. So thanks for watching the video, and if you enjoy this kind of content, do subscribe and or give me a request and I'll make a video for you like this. Thanks for watching. Bye.